Hi, welcome back to the Art of Selling Junk. My name is John, and today I have four more tips for picking on the world's longest yard sale. I made a video on this earlier, realized that I didn't come close to covering all the bases, so I made another video. And we'll dive right in with my first tip, which is skip the filler. And here's what I mean by that. You know how if you go to a buffet, they put the rice and the bread near the beginning? Well, if you're really hungry, you're going to grab some of that stuff. And then your plate's going to be full by the time you get to the end, and that's where the shrimp are. Well, you can have a similar phenomenon happen when you're at the world's longest yard sale. You're excited, you've been traveling forever, and you've heard all about it. You get on the ground and you start seeing some really cool stuff. And you're going to find that you'll say, I could sell that. I know what that's worth. There's money left on that. And you'll start buying, but you'll buy the bread and the rice. So if you don't control your instincts, the adrenaline will take over and the excitement, and you'll end up with some stuff that's not bad. You'll make money on it, but it's kind of a waste of the opportunity because the world's longest yard sale is so unique and there's so much good stuff. It's one of the rare chances where you can really wait for the home run pieces. So what I recommend you doing is really kind of study your business a little bit more. Like go back through your sold comps, find what you think are the best items, and set a criteria for yourself. Like for instance, we have a specific profit margin and net profit that we want, and if the piece doesn't make that criteria, we're not picking it up. So I encourage you to do the same, so that your mind is only focused on the really really special stuff, the things that are going to make you the most money, and other everything else will just be a distraction. And it's tempting to say, well, you can do both, but every second you're buying something that you can make 20 bucks on is a chance someone else is buying the thing that you can make 200 on. So I would really encourage you to not cloud your radar with little things. Focus only on the big targets, and you'll it will change your sale, and it'll change how you sort of program your brain as you go through the sale. I mean, you have 700 miles almost to cover if you chose to. It's one of the rare occasions where you can really hold out for the right pieces. Um, I would also like to tell you that this idea that a field can be picked out, meaning that it's already been gone through, everyone's already bought everything, there's nothing left of any value, is completely false. Um, you'll see, it can't be everywhere at once. So some places you roll up on, someone else was there 3 days before you. And that doesn't mean just because it's late in the show that the merchandise is bad or it's not profitable, because every day the field will change. Things will sell, new things will get moved around in the booth, something will become unearthed, merchandise that couldn't be on display will now be on display. Vendors, everyone's out buying. Even if you're selling, you're buying. You're buying when you buy gas. You're buying when you buy breakfast. I would buy every day of the week. I'd roll up late to my booth. People would be screaming at me, "Where have you been?" And I'd start unloading 6 new things I picked up on the side of the road that day. So every field is revolving and changing, and there's turnover, and every day is a new day. So you'll see that maybe someone realizes their price was too high and they offer a discount. And sometimes you just don't see the things to begin with. I can't tell you how many times I was selling at the World's Longest Yard Sale and buying late on Sunday from my neighbors things that I was right across from, 20 feet away for 7 days. And I didn't even know it was there. So I would tell you that don't discount any space. There's deals every day of the week, probably every piece of real estate on that highway. So get over the idea that any field can be picked out. I would also tell you to not get junk drunk. And I have a specific meaning with that phrase. When you have a lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm, and you get surrounded by the stuff you love, it can kind of throw you off balance. You're hopped up on adrenaline, you're so ready to buy, you're seeing everything you'd hope to, and just that enthusiasm, that high, will can maybe take over your business brain. So I would tell you to remember your criteria, not buy filler, but also make sure that what you're buying is of great quality. Because I've been, on this high of on a roll, buying things, traveling, buying more stuff, filling up the truck, having a ball, and realized that some of the things I bought were maybe not as good as I hoped. I didn't inspect them well. I didn't give them, the attention they needed when I was investigating if they worked or if they were complete, or I missed a repair or something someone had done. So I would tell you, just do your due diligence. Don't let the excitement block out that part of your brain and the part that actually matters to your business. And that's going to save you a lot of buyer's remorse. And then my final tip, and I think this is something that not no one, but few people take advantage of. A lot of people see this, the World Select Yard Sale, as a one-time, once-a-year event, but truthfully, it's a chance to build some really cool relationships, because there's nothing saying that you can't do business with the people you meet out there whenever you want to. And if you meet someone that has the type of stuff you like at prices that you can work with, this is a chance to really get to know them, stay in touch with them, and get together, buy stuff anytime you're in the area, or just make sure that you can find each other next year, because the highway is always changing. Land gets sold, developments happen, and sometimes you just have bad landlords. People are like, I don't want to be in this field anymore, and they move somewhere else down the road. Well, if you're trying to just recognize each other by what the booth used to look like, you're not going to be able to do it. So you need to be able to keep in touch with people. I've done this, and it's been really a blessing, because we've met some interesting folks that sold us stuff year after year. And now we're texting back and forth, and we know what's happening. We have a game plan, and I know that there's sort of a private pick for me if I wanted it. So I think that's a really unique thing about this is, um, you have an opportunity to meet people that have your stuff, and you can see them again and again if you choose to. But a lot of people don't, and I think that's a missed opportunity to turn a one-time event into a perpetual engine of growth for your business. So those are my additional tips on picking the world's longest yard sale. I hope they help you, and I'll see you out there.